Gosh, I really thought there was going to be more time. I have when my Huawei almost broke when I was too careless. I would have paid hundreds to save it, to save my notes. There's a lot of work in it, a lot of story ideas, a lot of plots, and I couldn't be sure that there weren't any love letters. And I have just noticed a little section in my email tagged notes. And they go all the way back to 2013, 2012 even. And there are stories, and there are ideas, and there are some of my love letters. So the flowers we are planning to basket, and one of these two are going in here where there was moss before it was ripped up. Not on my say, of course. No. We don't know what that is, because it used to be daffodils, and that is clearly not a daffodil. But it'll be interesting to see if we can figure that out. Today until the 19th is probably just going to be like hell. Which is a shame, because I wanted more like nice, fun, more taxing than I actually thought it would be, gardening and crafts and sewing, and I just don't think there's going to be any time for that. I think the worst thing about it is that I'm kind of shitting myself about the conversations that I'm going to have with the people, because I know I make things more difficult. It's just what happens when you're sick, but also it's like not fun being the killjoy. And this will be its own entire vlog, but I cannot wait to show you what is coming on Monday. Okay, so I know that this looks like supremely bland, but it tastes so good. It's like garlic pasta and buttery tatties. Do I feel bad for not working on 7 and 7? No, because I couldn't have expected this to happen. And by this I mean this gift set on Tumblr. How do you not spin this off into its own world? I'm really proud of myself because Marielle just came into my head, and I immediately had to check if it was an actual name. It is, and so I looked up names similar to that. I think these all work, as they're not all from the same area, but I think they all sound like they can come from like the same country, the same language. So I'm really happy with that. It is also just, I love that we opened up in not quite a graveyard. You know how some places have like a temporary resting place? I don't remember what cultures it was, but it was, they put the bodies in like a coffin, or perhaps an actual coffin, and then waited till it decomposed and then moved the bones. Something like that. So it had like a really strong sensibility, aesthetic sensibility, right from the beginning, and I'm very, one that I really love playing in already. So yeah, probably not my best decision, not the most sensible decision, but fuck it, we're having fun. Someone also just posted Tamara and the Demon, and amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm gonna have so much fun with this. Working on my day off, it is way more likely than you'd think. Okay, and then you hit R for 4. Oh, that's what's happening. Okay, because every time I was pressing the enter button, it was changing to 14, and I felt like I was losing my goddamn mind. This drop has been haunting me, and so has that review that I need to do. It's been haunting me all weekend, and this is why I stopped. This is why I forced myself to pull back and stop, even though the blog is still monetized for like a few more years. That I just can't do this. I will burn myself out to death. Like I knew from my time in the garden that this would be called Healing is Doing, but also just sometimes, you know, healing is not doing. And sometimes that's really hard. Oh wow. Okay, so this is the point where I want to remind you that I paid 75 pence for these each. And with shipping it came to like £12. Oh, this is vintage silk. And there was Ooh. Okay, no, it's all unraveling. Don't do that, please don't do that. Okay, wait. I think that's... Okay. Okay. That's amazing. That's amazing. All that fabric for 75 pence. All that silk for 75 pence. Okay. And the condition. I really, it was a risk that I was willing to take. And it feels sturdy. Okay, like it doesn't feel like it's gonna, oh my god. It's, oh. Oh, okay, I really thought you would not do that, but that's fine. Okay, there's a little mark. That's fine. Like I don't even know. Oh my god. I think okay. 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 That is luxurious. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. The fact that the Visible app has been asking me for like 2 days now if I'm in a crash is like, ooh, don't like where that's heading. And there goes my notes. Motherfucker. I am on record calling myself like a decadent little goblin, and I think these little treats are probably going to start becoming a big problem if they keep happening. This is pistachio and chocolate, which is just why I don't like limited edition this or limited edition that. Like, you can't give me this and then take it away. I mean, you can, that's the entire point, but like, don't. Isn't that lovely? Dad made it. So I, wow. So I have had a few days to kind of deal with my disappointment about Spotify and Findaway Voices, which sucks. Because again, I said I wanted my ebooks to be pay what you will, and the idea of like, oh, I can sell the audio rights and still be able to do what I want with ebook and print. Like, that's why I can't go traditional, because I've made a promise, and they take all of the rights, and it just sucks. I wasn't really thinking of that for the story with Marielle. It was another thing that I started writing for that, but I would be lying if I said like, oh, the focus on like language and stuff wasn't something that I had in my mind when I was writing this. But it's okay. I think it's a really good story, and I'm really excited to write it, and it will find its own way, I'm sure. I'm confident that there is an audience for it, and I'm confident that it will be well liked. And I did something that I don't usually do, and that is I posted a little something to Tumblr, my writing account, and it was just, what if the person that you loved most in the world was desperate to be free of you? What if the person that you loved most in the world was gone from you before she was gone? What if, oh, what if the person that you loved most would not rest in death until she was free of your mausoleum? And that was a great moment of just like, oh, I know what this is going to be now. It's not just like, oh, that gif and oh, that poem. It's in like a handful of really, like, for me, pretty aesthetics. It's like, oh, this is the story now. I have it. It's going to be really funny in a really shitty way. If I manage to do this whole thing in 7 weeks, while I've been struggling so hard to do 7 and 7. Not even 3, the sky is changing blue. I hope it's not going to be as miserably hot today. I really wanted to show you this though, because I think these came in from Beijing. I have not read this. I am kind of curious, I have to admit. But what I'm really hoping for is that this means we still have the astronomy book. It's always fun to watch back the unlisted videos to see if they uploaded properly, because what the fuck is this? It's kind of funny that in like one of the months where I'm like, oh, I don't really buy clothes, I get like some for Christmas on my birthday, but I don't really, that I end up buying clothes and other things. Like, I knew it was going to have to happen at some point, but all but one pair, no. My knitting needles, I inherited from Gran, or when I went and asked her to teach me how to knit, she just passed that pair on to me. And my first pair, I got on a day out with her. So even though they weren't from her, they were still, they're still tied up in her. Yeah, it's... I'm excited for the project. Oh dear. Circular needles, because it's going to be interesting to knit with a pattern, because I don't think I've done that before. And it would be nice to have some guidance, but yeah. Kind of looks like her needle, so it'll at least not stand out. Anyway, yeah, so it's from the cheap shop, which is in Tiptree. It's certainly a name. It came! So the invoice was right on the front of the book, so we can't show you that. It's beautiful. It's a lot heftier than I thought it was going to be. 350 pages. Very Ghibli inspired, as you can probably tell by the art, which is so beautiful. Back at the start of this month, I said, I'm not going to do a readathon, I'm not going to put that pressure on myself, but one of the ones I was considering was like a queer mermaid one, where you like read a book and then donate £5, and you know, it goes on for however many you read. And I said, even if I don't read any qualifying books, I'm still going to donate. And I am a lying liar who lies, because I have lost my credit card. So I guess next vlog I will have found it by then, or I will have gotten a new one. But yeah, no, that sucks. So link to the charity I was going to donate to down below. I think there was actually a handful that I'd picked out. Yeah, I'll include those two if I did. I think it's in the TBR. Yeah, sorry.